What up, everybody? Good morning. It is Monday, the 2nd of March. Happy March, and the beginning of my challenge series that I'm looking at doing. Um, I have notoriously struggled um, in February trading wise, and this year was no different. I had a lot going on, and I probably should have getting blown up right now with alerts why the market's dumping right now. Everybody's down 5%, it seems like, or quickly moving down. Um, I should be taking time off in February or being less active, smaller positioning, and especially when I had some stuff going on, and that led me to making, I don't want to say mistakes, but they were bad trades, and um, kind of lost my momentum, and I started doing some different things. Multitude of reasons all added into it, um, but that's here nor there. We're in March now. We're gonna get this ship righted. Let me share my screen so we can see what's going on here in a second. Hold on, let me make sure I got this all up right. Yeah, we'll just do that. And do this one. And okay, share this screen, put me in there. All right, I'm here. Okay, so before we get too crazy, just want to remind everybody, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing you my experiences and what I got going on and how I see the market. So hopefully it would allow you to make similar decisions, and have that familiarity to make, maybe not similar, but better even, make good decisions with the market, and be able to trade, invest, help whatever your strategy is, help build your own kind of thing. So for an introduction to the challenge that I got going on for March is I have my small account here in Robinhood. I've reduced the funds. I have 764 in buying power. This Tesla call is probably going to get smoked. I kind of got it just for fun because it was cheap the other day. And I have some USDC and some Solana stuff. I think I have a couple watch lists. I have shares somewhere, stocks. I got a $5 Tesla share reward. So I have some money spread out through some of these. But what we were doing was we were trading in Robinhood. No, I'm gonna do 3 month. Started with like 335 bucks. I added another 180 or so. So we were right around 440 towards the end of December. And then we traded through January, did phenomenally, got all the way up to I've pulled money out again, so it's all messed up. But I was up 5,800, and I think I was about 540 or so. So around 440 or so. So that would have put me 6,300 bucks from 440. Everything's on the rise now. Quick rise and bounce for the market. So, and then, I switched my strategy a little bit in February. Instead of playing the QQQ and taking my short little orb strategy breakout, I pivoted. I started playing earnings that week, and then I started trying to play, harder pivots and trying to make up for the losses. So I just made a couple bad trades. You can see I recovered pretty well, and then almost messed up, but then got it to come back. So where that last week started off bad, and then I got back on track, staring my way up. So that's where I'm confident that I'm back on ship. But I came across another, I guess, opportunity, another project. If you've been following me for a while, I'm very big into Texacoin. TXC was a Texas-based, U.S.-based proof of work mining project, mining coin. that my dad actually found, got us into, and I liked it. So I've been following it with him. I've been actively trading it and teaching the community how to be active in the market and how to participate. So that's been all fun. Um, and TXC, of course, is down pretty bad right now. All this was me this morning making some buys. Did a bunch of manual buys. I ended up picking up quite a bit. But of course, we just don't have the volume and consistency. But but one of the things that I really like on TXC's exchanges is this on Webot or Pionex.us, the same exchange. They have what's called grid bots. And these grid bots are basically automatic order placers. So I have a couple going. I just placed another one this morning. But when you look at these, those guys are all paused, I think. Who's active? This one's active right now. I just started this one. This one, here we go. You can see good details on this one. So when you place these grid bots, grids are orders essentially in a state of a certain amount of buys and a certain amount of sells. So as it automatically goes up in price, it's going to sell into that, and creating profit kind of based on how many grids you have, depending is your profit take that you'll take. And as soon as you hit that sell, it automatically will replace that sell order with a buy. So when you say like, oh, I have 99 grids, this one has a lot more. I'm only at 52 sells and 5 buys. So this one has a lot more um, grids to be placed as it goes through, but it obviously needs the funds and such. But anyway, this one has been trading without me and making some arbitrage through that difference, that buy high, buy low, sell high, rebuy low, resell high kind of strategy. This is creating some profits, and I've reinvested almost $3 in the 2 days of profit that it's made. It's complete in that 2 days. It's completed 80 trades, and in the last 24 hours, it's done 38. So this is doing this while I sleep, kind of thing. I don't have to watch it throughout the day, and as the price moves, there's automatically buys and sells happening as TXC moves. Very thin liquidity project right now, so it is very receptive to single purchases, as we saw on the chart when I was placing a couple orders. I think this was just like $200 worth of buys that I think I did. A little bit more, but I ran the price up from 19.5 all the way up to 25. I ran it up a penny, which seems very light, but percentage wise, that was pretty huge. So that's a grid bot, and those are awesome to have, especially in a project that you're trying to accumulate coins, because obviously through that arbitrage of buying low, selling high, buying low, selling high, every time you're able to make a little bit bigger purchases as you're making that profit, and accumulating your the coin holding. So I'm very, very big in TXC. I really like this project, even though it's got a cease and desist letter, which is what drove the price down so hard, um, from the 80-cent range. This was when they received the letter. Already very thin and very fragile liquidity, so it's trying to rebuild and trying to refine itself as things get hammered out. But there's value in this because they do have physical mines built and mining equipment in operation that is more valuable than what the market cap is right now. So to me, I look at those as deep value. And in the stock market world, I was buying Intel at $17 because its book value was $23. And by book value, that's kind of like that's assets minus debt. And that would be if they said, hey, we're done. We're not going to make computer chips anymore. I know Intel, but we're done. They had enough assets to pay out all of their shareholders $23, and they were trading at $17. And so that's where I look at TXC with millions of dollars of mining equipment. I want to say it's 15 or 18 million dollars worth of mining equipment and more on the way. Um, they this market, it should easily, triple or quadruple even from this price point. Um, Based on just the assets of the mine itself. So, not to mention if anybody gets behind the project and starts pushing it, and then any of the utility that's coming comes, all that is possible. And oh yeah, market sure did run. It's always when it's most obviously going to go down because of, we got a war brewing in the Middle East that it doesn't do that. So we were skipping the morning. That's why I wasn't on it too hard. And I just wanted to talk about TXC and those grid bots and how cool that is. We're starting a little bit of an uptrend now, as this is kind of starting to bottom and round. Hopefully that momentum can carry. So a lot of people also that are liking these grid bots for the same reason of that automation and not having to manually place orders or watch it 24/7. That's kind of growing in popularity, and we have AI tools that are a lot better than just a search engine. There's a lot of AI algorithmic trading, and this is what the hedge funds were using. This is what big banks are using. This is what um, really wealthy investors are using. And so there's a lot of these projects that are starting up, and a couple of them are very, very pyramidy, promising super high yields in order to get people to sign up, and huge comp plans that are very lucrative for people, and that's why there's a rush to get in. But obviously, when the music stops, you got to make sure that the bot itself is actually doing the work, not the signups and everything. So through all the ones that I was looking at, I liked Polar-Tensor. Um, Seemed to be the most legitimate one that I could find between the few that people have been sending me. And a guy I know that I trusted was in it, and so we jumped onto this one. And I've grown this account. I got it in on Thursday, so I only had one active day. It trades Monday through Friday, um, because and their reason for that makes sense. It only trades Monday through Friday because those are the highest liquidity days in the market. So it has the highest chance for being successful. So I put about 500, $600 in here. I've kind of grown it up a little bit. Um, and I've earned some as I've got some people to sign up below me or that have also signed up with me. But I only made the $3.23 profit on Friday because that was my only active day last week. So this is my first full week of this. Ironically, it is the first day of March. And I'm wanting to trade against it. So $764 is what my Polar-Tensor bot has, and $764 is what my Robinhood account has for trading. So I will be trading options in the market, and obviously Polar is trading in the crypto market. It trades on the Binance exchange from on my time on the West Coast. I believe it's at 12 a.m. midnight to 2. Um, I believe is what it said. I might be wrong on that, but it's got this live trading feed, so we could see that it's making some good trades, but they're not. It does lose. It does miss. And if you look at that's how do I look at its past trading? Oh, view details right here. So for the last 30 days, it made 16.29%. The last week since last Monday, it made 3.91. The last 3 months, it's made 37.06. There's a couple losses hitting back to back, so the market kind of pivoted. So That is a real, that's real. That's what happens in the market. They're all kind of green today, so that's why it was probably having some success. But we have our 15-minute candle established. We're going to do this. So this is QQQ, the top 100 tech stocks. Come over here, we're going to do a horizontal ray. And we're going to set our opening range of 15 minutes. Now, just for fun, I'm going to go to this and I'm going to set this up to a weekly candle. And I'm going to make this fit to scale first so I can get a good one. Uh-oh, I have too many. We're going to restart this. So just to get rid of all those, for reference, I want to hold on to last week's range. So this was the entire range that it traded at last week. And I just want that to be overlapped with what I'm looking at, for this week, just kind of as a reference point, because those zones are a point of interest. Hold on, I gotta refit this. Okay, so now we can zoom in. We have a clean chart, and we're gonna redo the opening range of today. And because this is out, I'll leave it as white for while I'm doing it. And I'll probably leave it because even tomorrow, Tuesday, Monday's setting the tone for the week. So even tomorrow, I'm probably gonna leave the Monday opening range up, or I might even do the day, kind of depending how the range plays out, just as reference of what we got going on. But now what I'm waiting for is a move out of this. I want to move to be broken out of this range. I can see that the last week's lower range is in play. So this is going to be, there's extra liquidity down here that's closer than the up. But if you look at the average, if we do this hourly rolling average, there is a pull to 608 on this. So this yellow line right here is a rolling volume weighted moving average. So I'm on the 1 hour time frame, so we're using the 1 hour average. And so this goes back into last week, and I think we could even go a little bit longer. And you can really see that there's just a ton of action in this kind of range right here. And that's why our volume is right here. So we're looking at 605.66 as a kind of a medium term. There's a lot of liquidity there. There's a lot of people are holding for that level, so the price is kind of going to have a magnet to that zone. So at that 605.66, just to kind of have that in our head for today. But looks like this could be potentially right now very range bound. A lot of the move was pre-market, and there is a lot of sitting and waiting to see what's going on in the Middle East and what's going on with AI, kind of all over. So just things to be paying attention. But yeah, so Polar-Tensor is my competition this week. We'll even throw TXC in there too. So one of the things that I've been doing with this Robinhood account since the beginning is, and how I built this PyNX account and all these grids is this profit is all from Robinhood. So you can see I have 5,088. I have was it $2,100 profit in this bot is all from my Robinhood account from trading. So we also got, this chunk that's down right now, because I've started it throughout as I've been playing. I also have a manual holding. I have a lot of TXC. 13,000 TXC. So if this could ever get back to the dollar that it would be phenomenal. Um, or over a dollar. I think it could easily be a dollar 20, $1.50 in the not too distant future. Just based off the mining equipment that it has and the value that's there. So um, first couple 5-minute candles after the opening range, we have two green. Part of me wants to play this on the downside because of the bias that we have of the war, of the uncertainty of all that. I know that 605, 66 level has got pressure towards it. Nvidia is what's pushing the market up right now in this channel. Not a super precise channel. I just was kind of throwing something up to kind of see. I started it up here and I went to here. So there could be a move up to this. I don't know if it would happen in a day or if this is going to get drawn out to roll up, or if it comes back down, test this one more time to get into the lower range. But I do see a 180 test soon. Intel's a really, really wild one right now. This is a hard bottom right here. It's holding the 44, but it's not able to get up over this 46. So it's been very tightly range bound around the 45 for a while. It was even before this little bit of a breakout, but after its earnings, it's kind of been in this 45 range, touched 50 for a little bit, but came back down. You can tell that there's obviously some buildup here. Micron is back into its positive uptrend channel. These are a couple old lines that I've had for a while, where we had sell off and then it found its support, got out of it, sold off, found its support. AMD is an interesting one. Now this level right here where you have multiple touches. 238 is so high up there, but then you got this 216. So 216 to 238, that $20 range is going to be a pretty big gap to fill once it can get back up there. But yeah, kind of stuck down here. Google's been a little bit of a workhorse, kind of maintaining this 300 level. It did get all the way up to 350 before a pretty decent sell-off. But this 300 level, this is definitely looking like a solid uptrend building right here. They don't line up perfect, but the overall average of this little channel does look pretty solid. This to this lines back up with this, so we might see the move up continue here. I'm going to take the auto off so I can move this up so I can see. But it also could just sit at 603. So what we've kind of seen in the last 2 weeks or so is there was a move out to the 616 range and there was a test of the 598 range. But the Qs are very tight in the 600 to 610 range right now. And obviously with the middle of it being the strongest for that. So I'm just not seeing a good play right now. We come over here and look at the live trade, and there is that one doesn't show up very good. Oh, there it goes. lost over there, but a lot of wins going on over here for Polar-Tensor. Um, get into a little bit of a little presentation, or we'll read about the presentation on why I kind of chose this one over some of the other ones that people are doing. Clean and clear risk disclaimer. This is very good for compliance to make sure that you're not going to have any regulatory risks. And then it has as many registration numbers as they can. Got a registration number in Panama with the SEC for the USA, has a CIK number, MSB in Montana, registration and FinCEN number. And then they are based out of Hong Kong, like many other cryptos. Has a little introduction to the founder, who is quite the smart guy. Heard him speak. He sounds very much like a computer, somebody who's very intelligent in the computer world. No offense at all. I hope that is taken properly. Let's talk about the hedge funds and traders have been using these types of trading platforms for a while now. Gathering right data, Polar One, the statistics, live activities, data processing, low latency trading. They're using the Binance network again. Here's your historical returns going back all the way to April of 2024. The average per month is 22.04%. So that's right in line with what I shoot for when I'm trading. I shoot for 22% a day because some days I lose. So I'm hoping that my average is also kind of closer to 22% a month or greater. I mean, I would love to be 100% a month, but 22% is not a bad goal. So, and the compounding return, because all it's the full account is growing 22%, not just over a smaller allocation. The drawdown scheme. And here's where if you wanted to get in. If you buy in with $100, it's 50-50 of the profits. The company keeps 50%, you keep 50%. And as you go, if you go above 500, the company will take 40%, you get 60. Go over 2,000, you get 65, the company gets 35. 8,000, you get 70, company gets 30. 25,000 now is 75-25, and then 100,000 is 80-20. You get 80% of the profits, they get 20. And then there's an affiliate program that you can offer to sign people up. And then you also get a little bit of a shared profit pool off the people that you sign up, and then that's how like your people below you become. So yeah, nice little affiliate program, but the primary source of it is on the bot, is how I feel. So I like that. So 764, I got to beat that, and this guy is hitting green trades over there. So I think I got to hit one. If we look on Webull and check out QQQ, we see that we're still tight in the range. I might, so our MACD is rounding. Might break up and move up. So on the 5-minute candle, I have the exponential moving average for the 9 and the 90. So kind of a short term is the yellow and a more longer term is the purple. And bounced off and rejected, but coming down and kind of rounding, it could come back up. There could be a move up. I don't see a move all the way to 608, but there could be a move to 606. 606.10 is that moving average, and it could. Our MACD is still descending pretty hard. Our momentum, this is a momentum indicator. I'm not super familiar with. I like the one on my phone a lot better. They have the TTM squeeze. indicator on the Webull mobile. For whatever reason, the Webull website does not have the TTM squeeze indicator. And if we do the 15-minute, it's pretty flat, looking like it might drop down even a little bit. And then we go into the 5-minute, and yeah, we're losing. There's no momentum either way. We're really just kind of in the middle on an inflection point. Mac, there's a big move down now. So this could be either the liquidity push, the liquidity grab, I guess you could say, to the downside. We have a little bit of a quick move. We were at 604 just a second ago, and it dropped 70 cents. So glad I didn't grab calls right there. ISM manufacturing rise to 70, highest since June. So the U.S. February ISM manufacturing prices rise, and that shot everything down. Expands input prices soar before Iran attack. Stocks fall as war around lifts oil and dollar. ECBs wouldn't rush to reach a jump in oil prices. Falls to 52.4. Estimated was 51.5. So it was better than estimated, but not good. So now we shot right back up to 64. So that, yeah, a lot of volatility this week. It is going to be a tough week to trade. There we go, 604. So that push down could have been the liquidity grab, not that little bump up. So over 605. I just don't, there's not a lot of range here. This technically is higher though. Do we have enough momentum to get all the way to 608.84 again and test that upper opening range? Inside this, this is extremely tight. That's 605 to 602.65, and we're $1.75 in the middle of that range. Yeah, so we are kind of tight. So tough trade this morning. I knew that was going to happen. I do like seeing the TXC momentum get up. Love for this to be back in the 30-cent range at least. There's a break. That might be the break. I just don't want to chase it. Let's see what the call. Let's just see what the calls are looking like. Trade options. Okay, we're gonna grab this one on some momentum. I'm just gonna grab two of them. See, I hope I got that at 160, not at 170. Oof, and then we dropped even more. My average was 160. So I want to grab one more. No, buy one more. All right, so I have three at like 150, probably like a 156 average. Oh, did it not fill? There it goes. Might get one more. but I'm gonna probably move this quick. Oh, there we go. So 157 average. We're currently bouncing between 154. I hit 160 for a second. Pretty flat, pretty flat. I could almost get two more if it dropped down enough. Um, I'm looking off of my Weeble is looking like it should at least touch 606. We're at the 604.84 volume weighted moving average on the 5. Looking for it to break above 604.80. And then I might be able to run a little bit. If we just look at the simulate my returns, is not enough data. What? This contract isn't available right now. Please try again later. That's weird. It's the first time I've seen that. Very odd that that's not there. We are close. We need this to get back over 605. There it goes, 156. So we are flat, flat, flat. I'm gonna sell. 157 is going to be a 32, 33 for, we could get to 190. It'll be 20%. Let's try to sell 3 at 1.99. What number is this? 606. Let's just do we're gonna sit on it for, we'll do 199 for a second. I'm probably gonna lower that. Pretty quickly though. 606.84 should be a good enough move if it comes all the way up to test that opening range. And I don't think I get the active daily. I don't know what the day profit is on this, but I've been peeking at this thing and there's a lot of green. Does it say profits this week? I can't remember if that changed. I cannot tell if that changed. So, oh, we had 20 cents and we lost it. So, be cool if I can make enough profits between Polar and between my day trading that I can double up my TXC again. Oh, there we go. 170, 181. We're up 15%. We were 71. Watching this one close. Over 605 was the move that we wanted. Now we just wanted to get all the way to 606, so we needed a 50-cent move. It's pushing. We're at 180. 190, I think, is my 20% goal, so I kind of want to get that, but see, investing, go back to the beginning. I'm only at 0.3% today. There we go, 3% down. That doesn't seem right. It's trying to. We lost. Watching this, we need like 70 cents. Let's save that. Just need that push. Just need that push. So I'm I'm hoping that this can push. I would love to get that push all up to 606.84, but I also think that it could just get to 606.36, which is the bottom of this last candle where the market opened at the last 5 minutes of close. That push. At $27 for the difference between 190 and 199 doesn't seem like a lot until you have a bot that's going to be just steady stacking profits behind you. So we're watching this a little bit. I'm in profit, but I would like to see it moving up a little bit quicker. I don't like being in these trades for super long. I like when it to catch that momentum, boom, go hit your 22% and get out. And we're sitting at 13%, 14%, 180. You know, if we hit that 190 or 188 zone and I don't sell, I'll be a little bit upset. So we're kind of watching this how it takes at 606. I think for sure it's going to hit 606. 194. Ooh, almost got there. 190. 208 was the high that must have been the open, or did I catch that 208? If it flashed 208, that would have probably sold my order. Nope, did not. 191, 94, 97, 2. Boom, sold. So there we go. Those should have sold. Perfect. So I made 11% on my account today, 11.8% on that trade. I still have 294 in buying power that I did not use. This is good strategy for small accounts. I only used a little bit more than half of my buying power, and I got my profit and I got out. So made $98 today. I don't think that the Polar Bot is going to be able to beat me on that. But we shall see. It's going to be able to make sure it hits every single day. I have to make sure that I hit every single day. Trying to make the 98 or $100 a day should easily beat what the bot is capable of doing. But there's also a good chance that I might lose $100 or $200 on a day. So I got to make sure that in order to stay consistent and be in that profit of what like the consistency of a bot, like my personal fault that I often have is I get emotion. And the AI bots don't have emotion, like these grid bots that are trading on PineX or WeBot. These automatic grid bots, they purely just rotate between a buy and a sell, buy and a sell. If I create a buy, I have to sell it for the profit. If I sold for profit, I need to buy more at a lower cost so that I could sell again. So um, these grid bots in PineX and WeBot are an exceptional tool. And these AI interactive bots, these generative, the low latency, or however they're trading, are good tools. They're not guarantees, and you've seen in Polar's 26-month range, it did have a lot of months that were down around 12% a month, which is still a great gain, but not that impressive compared to some others that are boasting much higher. But those ones that are boasting much higher, if you look at them, that higher yield is likely because you're getting paid commissions or kind of a tiered ranking that's probably coming out of new signups, which is a musical chairs event that when the music stops, somebody's got to lose. So I would much rather see the bot actually making plays and on lower yields or even losses to give me enough comfort and certainty that that it is authentically trading and that's what it is, and it's not dependent on on new signups. It's actually dependent on the performance of the bot. So that's why I chose Polar. And I'll put my referral code in the video if you guys want to check it out. You can actually sign up for Polar and uh, sign up for Polar and not actually deposit anything. You could just watch it. You could watch the active trading. You could check out the profit consistency. You could look through the dashboard and see how everything. You can read on the presentation right here, and look at anything that you want to read on and get some information before. Because I strongly recommend you always do your own due diligence before signing up for anything like this. Um, but yeah, so we're using all tools, and my personal goal is that all the profits that I'm going to be able to get, I'm going to move to TXC, and if TXC is going to be under $1, to me it's just an automatic buy, because I look at the value of the mine that they have that exceeds over $1 in value based on its output daily. So this is a gift of buying opportunity for me. I get to buy every day. I might even look at buying some more this week. I just had uh, a pretty big job that I completed over the weekend, so I should have some funds to come in and play and see if we can't push this thing up. This spike was from me as well. On the last video we did talking about this, but yeah, so first day of March, nice successful day, 11%, nice 20. What was that trade on QQQ? 199 divided by 157 is 27%. So nice little 27% profit on that single trade. And let's see what QQQ did after that. It's probably running, and it would be up piles. No, it looks like it spiked and then came back down. Could it go up more? Could I re-enter? Let's see. France to boost nuclear arsenal. Oh, France is trying to get in. Oh, yeah, there we go. Well, now it's flying. Now I wish I was still holding. What did I have? I had the 606 call for today. Oh, I sold at 199 and it is below. So I sold at 199. I could buy back in and I could profit again 180, 182. We're pulling back. Wow, I could. Do we think it's coming up and over? I could do a little bit more out of this, I think. Let's just buy one more. I'm going to try to just get a little bit more profit on this. If it went through. Not showing me. There it goes. Oh. Let's say, did it flash and then drop? What the heck happened? I bought at 175, 172, down to 162. So if I want to average down, am I going to get tricked on this? So 605 needs to be support. Our MACD is looking okay. Momentum is still kind of building. It did fail at the 606. Could there be another retest? I don't think I don't want to buy another. Well, I can't buy another one, so I can my sell. I only wanted to sell it at 2, but I think I'm going to take even smaller. 190 would be another 10% profit on this trade. What is the price? Right here, 605.45. We are slightly green. I'm going to try to just get 1.9, be another 10% on it. Looks like, I mean, this volume needs a pickup. We're on a brand new 5-minute. It could do it. I just need 606 one more time, I think, and it will be there. I am even, slightly green. Plus or minus is just right on the line. Our volume weighted moving average is flattening out, so this is not good. And there might be some pullback. So this has to either turn up and again, I wanted to see that test to 606.84. I thought there would be another test on this one. Our MAC is picking up. It does have 606 in it one more time, I think. If it loses the 605, I'm gonna. It's not good. No, that's not good. Yeah, so what are we at now? 157, lost 17 bucks, down 10%, down 20 bucks. Da, 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 I don't like this. I do not like this. Down 18%. Ugh. So where do we need to see support at? 604 is 50 is going to have to be support. It's going to have to bounce hard. See, this is where the bot is smarter because I was successful, made my trade. I should have got out. Should have got out. Could have even played off the downside off of 606 reversal, but I just felt that it was going to get over and test the 606.84, which I guess, I mean, it's still there. Just need a big green candle. This level 606.30. Does it have it yet? Isn't enough data yet? Huh. That's very odd. I don't remember seeing that before. Oof. Are we taking a big L on this? What happened? This is not curling yet. Our momentum is stalling. But are we gonna retest or are we gonna flash? Almost was gonna give me another. We're building back up. So I'm definitely gonna get out even lower than 190. I think I might just get out of 180. Replace order just because I don't like it. And I feel 182. See if that wants to do it. Because it did shoot up pretty quick. We're back to even. See if it gets me over. Oh no. I don't know why I did 182. Let's see what number turned up. Oh, it did shoot up pretty good. Come on. Come on. Need a little bit more juice. Need some more juice. What can we get up to? Oh, I don't know why I did that. Can we get 606 might be tough, but can we get to 605.88? Is that high enough to give us a little bit? It's trying to get back up and give me some profit. Watching this 172 and a big wave is yet to come. I think I'm close. There it goes, 82. So that should have sold 185. Yeah, okay. It's back up and over. But the point of that and why I did that was I wanted to dip a little bit into the well one more time. It's going to close that out. It should have closed that out. Why does it say I still have it? Went all the way up to 185. Why am I still there? There, it closed. Whew. I think the thing's being volatile again. But 108, that was what I wanted to do. I wanted to get over $100 profit today. Just to have that number. I don't think the bot, and then it's all the way down to 160. So got out on that spike and I am done. I'm not going back into the well. We are done for the day. That is a successful day trading. 13% profit, lucky number 13. It's probably going to go down because this Tesla call is going to get smoked. I probably should just close it because I don't think it's going to get there by Monday. It's got to fly up over 10%. Tesla's sitting at Tesla's looking like it wants to blow up. But yeah, I'm gonna let that ride actually a little bit. Tesla could get something with this war, whether it be robotics um, or satellite, Starlink or something. It could get some kind of kickback. So we're gonna let that one ride one more day. I don't think it's gonna make me much profit, but it's not. I shouldn't lose more than the $9, so I should be able to hold $100 profit today. And let's. I don't know if it's what. For my profits this week. New details. Ooh, 0.78. It's climbing. It's climbing. But I did 13%. So take that. Options proves to be a little bit more profitable today. And we're red. I don't know if I want to play a put, but that was a good day. We're gonna exit that. We're gonna end this video. So that's your introduction. If you guys have any more questions on the grid bots with TXC, on how to set those up, I have quite a few on my channel. If you are wanting to talk Polar, again, I've done enough research ahead of it to feel confident enough getting into it. I'm not putting my life savings into it. But right now I like it the most, and it's just another project to add to the arsenal. And I think it's gonna be kind of fun that bot's gonna hopefully make profit every day, and I have to beat it with my options trading, making me be disciplined. So, um, look at that. It would be nice to get some action in TXC. Looks like we're still holding this uptrend right now. Need some more buys to step in, but would be cool as get a bunch of profit with this month from my day trading and from Polar, and then we will buy big, get myself a nice birthday present. April is my birthday. If you want to send me anything, send me TXC, and you guys have a good one.